Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of the Velvet Lounge Life, and this is the late night edition. I just finished the final work that I have been hired to do on the movie Sweet Girl starring Jason Momoa, who is also of the Game of Thrones, and he played Aquaman fame. Also, there's a guest appearance by Marissa Tomei, who many of you might know from My Cousin Vinny. So, yes, we finally finished work on this movie. The next things that they have to do, I guess, are, of course, the editing, whatever adjustments that they make, the sound, etc. And I think there may be some inside, like, one-on-one type scenes, but those entail the main actors and actresses. And so a B-listed, Q-listed, and second best friend actress like myself, I am completely finished with my work on this movie. So how was it? Overall, the experience was excellent. The agency that I did this worked through, I guess is how you would say it, that I worked through, that represented me. I'm not sure how that works. They were really, really good. Extra shout outs to all of them because they were very easy to work with, very professional, but also personable. Yesterday, as far as shooting goes, I'm laughing because, oh my God, at about 2:30 in the morning, first of all, everything we did yesterday, it entailed the same, I believe it's 2 scenes, and these are action scenes. And they involve like the stunt doubles and precision drivers, as they're called. And yeah, so Jason Momoa and of course Marissa Tomei were not on set. And also the girl that played Dora the Explorer, her name is Isabella something or other, or Isabel. She was not on set either, but her double was on set. Jason Momoa's double was on set. And so the set was a bridge. Cool bridge. I mean, Pittsburgh has a lot of bridges, and they're super cool the way they sort of intertwine and go over all these rivers and things and over parts of the city. Very, very cool. But when it is 2:30 at night and suddenly an Arctic wind comes out of nowhere and is so strong that it's sort of like, making people waver and tip sideways, that is insane. And that happened more than a few times. And it got to the point that I felt as if I was freezing from the inside out. Like my hands were fine, my feet were totally fine. It was literally the core of my body that was getting really cold. Ears were totally fine, nose, face, whatever. But for whatever reason, I was freezing from my core out. And other people were just frozen, like the movie, just complete icebergs, to the point that they were trying to find little spots to sort of hide and duck from the wind and grouping together so that their collective body warmth, if they had any left, could help them survive these scenes. It was like crazy. And they had to keep reshooting the scenes like a lot. I mean, the scenes had to be reshot over and over and over again because they also had like the stunt part of it was there were all these like car chases going on around us. And they had this choreography with 3 helicopters that were like doing this dance. It was super cool to see that. But they're helicopters. It is very early in the morning. And guess what that means? That wind. And so something cool also was punishing. And so at about, I don't know what time, I'm going to say half an hour later or so, I did see one of the production people. And that was the thing. This time I could say that I don't believe that the set was as organized. It did not have enough production assistants as well as, traditional production people out there. There were like two guys trying to run everything, and on occasion there seemed to be someone that would appear out of nowhere. No one knew, like, where were these people? These folks need help. They're trying to make sure they keep it rolling. Like, we probably could have finished the filming at, I would say, at midnight, the latest, if, things were definitely a lot more organized. But I did find that production assistant, one of them anyway, and I told her that, people are fading fast out here. You're losing a couple. I was worried about one guy in particular. And, they came out and they handed out hand warmers, foot warmers. And I told her that they also need to bring out some sort of hot beverage. I told her whether it be hot chocolate, tea, coffee. I told her I did not care if it was boiling water, but I was like, folks are getting frozen to the core out here. So she arranged that, which was awesome, and that definitely helped get through the next couple of hours. Yeah, couple of hours. Because at about 5 a.m., no one knows why, but someone started like giggling, and it turned into a laugh, which became an epidemic of giggles and laughs across the cast. And I don't know about the production crew. And so people just were giggling, laughing, which meant that they were silly tired. And they sort of like wrapped it up at that point. Actually, we were told that we had like one more scene, and that scene had already been, it was like they just finished shooting it. But when they tell you there's one more scene, that does not mean that you are not going to reshoot that scene over and over and over and over again. And ironically, I was watching an interview with, what is his name? Samuel L. Jackson. And Samuel was talking about, how the business of making movies has changed electronically, as well as in other ways, but the electronic part of it is what intrigued me, if you will. And he's like, one of the things is he feels that, directors aren't necessarily as respectful of the film, because there is no film. Everything is shot, using a SIM card, like using a memory card. And because of that, you can reshoot scenes 1,000 different ways, 1,000,000 times. And of course, as he stated, and I'm paraphrasing all of this, it makes the run time for the production crew, for the cast, etc., go exceptionally long, and a lot longer than it has to go, because they're like, oh my God, I just got this idea, versus like approving this, sticking to an approved script, or just making a few minor changes versus let's try this, let's try that, let's try everything under the rainbow, because we don't have to worry about paying for actual film anymore. This is all on this little card, and this card holds X amount of, memory. It almost seems like, something into infinity. So therefore, let's continue shooting a ridiculous number of scenes. I sort of felt like that last night. But my experience overall, like I said, has been excellent. The agency that I did this through, really nice staff, attentive, patient. And yeah, it was, really, it was really good. Honestly, yes, I am happy that this assignment is over, because then I can move on to the next assignment. And I have, some other things that are already scheduled that I need to do or take care of. For one, look at my hair. Yeah, I need to get my hair redone. it's time to have a new hairdo. Not necessarily new, but I definitely want to. I have an appointment. I have something I'm doing with Daisy. I have something I'm doing at the Hartford Stage Company. Which is in my own state, so I don't have to like travel across states. I don't know. There's like, so I have like several things scheduled. I have several eBay sales that I need to take care of. Yeah, it goes on and on. And I should do a video, which I think I will do a completely separate video on the subject, is how do I navigate our online business when I'm not at home. So, of course, when I'm at home, I send things out immediately. Obviously, if I am several states away from where I live, I can't do that. So I do have a method to that madness. So that's all I have for now. When the movie comes out, I will definitely let everybody know. And hopefully it's a good one, because I know the storyline. I've seen, of course, a lot of the shooting. However, obviously, I haven't seen the entire thing put together because that hasn't happened yet. They have to edit. They have to, adjust sound, add sound. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that has to be done after the actual shooting of the scenes are complete. But it is a Netflix movie. So if you have Netflix, you will be able to get it there. This is not going to the theaters. I do have another possible movie lined up already. Yes, there's a possibility that I could be doing another one. And the other one is going to be, there will be a lot less action in it. So the shooting time for it will be a lot shorter, which is actually good because, hello, I have so many things to do, which is awesome. So thank you for tuning in. Please give me a thumbs up for this video. Chi-chi. And also, if you could subscribe to the channel, share the videos. If you have any questions whatsoever or a comment, please leave it below. And yes, this is me getting ready to do that. Yep, go to bed. Because by the time I got back to the hotel, it was about 5:45 in the morning. Yeah, so now it's like 7 something, and that's AM. And yes, 7 a.m.-ish. And actually, what time is it right now? Right now it's actually going on 8, because I came in, got scrubbed up, and I did this immediately because I was frozen. I was like, I need warm water to touch this. And also I put on, I don't have the other, I put on this night shirt dress thing, but I also had a sweater thing over this. I have on leggings and pajama pants, socks, and I actually have some hand warmers that I put into my socks to help warm my feet back up. So yeah, I am still cold. And I put my hair up to get, because it's damp, so I don't want it just like touching all over me, even though I do have it out a little bit. But yeah, it was freezing cold, people. So hopefully you subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment down below or question. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Velvet Lounge Life. And remember that your health is your wealth. And without your health, you have nothing.